And that's cool to say.
That's fine. I'm glad to hear that. I thought that maybe somebody could have gone after that one. Taint is okay.
Taint is okay.
All right.
But do you think guys have taints, or what the deal is with that?
I thought that was specific to one gender. Like,
Ooh.
isn't it specific to guys?
No.
Or is it specific to girls? What?
Okay, so
Maybe I'm not clear on this.
We're treading in some murky waters. We're just gonna say those who were born as a certain gender and what the majority of people identify those people as. Okay? So when we say men,
okay.
we're going to say men or boys, because baby boys are born, baby men are not born. When we say, women have taints, we're not trying to throw any shade at anybody who has a different gender kind of they have a different kind of prototype, or they have they have a different way they organize their identity. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, if a woman wants to have a taint, that's fine. That's fine with me. I'm not gonna, I'm just saying, like,
no, women like, to me, this is how it works. Women have taints.
Yeah.
Men have gooches.
Gooches.
It's the same kind of, kind of like, it's the same shape. It's just, it's kind of like,
there's a penis.
No. It's like, it's kind of like, what do we say? It's the same thing. We got different names for it, and it's actually can't think of anything that's like this, but it's specifically same shape, different length. It's a different length, okay, and maybe that's what's the differentiator. But there's like a road,
yeah,
but then there's like a highway. There's like a an on-ramp. There's a street.
Now, what kind of street are we talking about here? I mean, we talking like dead end? I feel like it's like a dead end, or it's not a. Right?
You're talking about the ends of the street?
Yeah, because that's.
I guess what's at the end of the street maybe would differentiate what kind of street it is. So, I got you on that, dude. Listen, I want to say something right here.
Okay.
It's sometimes it's kind of a challenge to try to make a joke about kind of sort of stuff,
Definitely. I know what you mean. You don't want to offend anybody, right?
Well, yeah. Well, okay. So you don't want to offend anybody. Like, I don't want anybody to feel bad. But I also want to feel like I'm being funny, and I want people to laugh,
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm being funny, and people might be upset about it, and that's not what I'm trying to do. But it can be hard when you're putting this stuff out on the internet, and there's like people, and they're like, their lives can be ruined by comments that they make that are captured and put onto the internet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, what if somebody in the comments just called us a taint? Just were like, you two, just a bunch of taints, and just left. Then you're like, oh shit.
Well,
you're like, what happened?
That would be, if all there is not great comments, I'm cool with that. I just don't want to say stuff, like when you're saying like girls have taints. I just need to like do a little side snippet saying like, if you're not a guy or a girl, that's cool. But when we're doing this, this kind of rhetoric, this back and forth, bouncing around, with ha ha ha, a zinger over here, bow, left hook, kind of coming in from the side. We're just gonna use the regular rhetoric, the traditional as of now rhetoric. You know what I'm saying? That kind of language.
Okay, yeah. I don't think, at least, and I could be wrong too. I don't know what people's opinions are on like taints versus what did you call it again? A
gooch.
A gooch. The taints versus the gooches. I don't know if there's like a big discussion right now going on about that. Like I'm completely cool if someone's like, I don't want to have a taint anymore. I want a gooch, or vice versa. Like that's cool.
I've never
with me.
even
Like,
thought about just identifying, that region in your body as the opposite gender.
Yeah, because I thought you were going on that people like who were transgender could be offended because they would be like,
Just
well, maybe
because
I don't think I have a taint, and then would be
Yeah,
all
yeah.
mad.
Yeah.
But like, I just want to say, like, I think it's cool either way. But like, for definition, like you're like, if you identify as a woman or if you are a woman, right? Then, and do you guys have like? I thought guys had taints
No,
and women didn't.
no.
Am I wrong on that? Am I flip flopping
Dude,
the whole thing?
you're flopping hard.
I'm
here.
flopping hard. Okay,
Yeah,
so the women, they have the taints.
Women have the taints, traditional women do.
Yeah, traditional women do. Or if
Mm-hmm.
somebody is like, I'm going in, I wanna be a woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then it's like, okay, then you got the taint, and then if you're a guy, you got the gooch.
Yeah.
Got that gooch.
Yo,
Sounds
and
pretty swaggish.
Yeah, Gooch. It's like, Gucci kind of, hijacked that name, and made it kind of a cool brand.
Yeah.
I gotta snag my water really quick, but go into why you think that why is Gooch such a cool name to you? Why do you like that?
Oh, that's a difficult question. You see, I think there's something just Gucci about a gooch. It's strange, really. I think that's why Gucci used that name and why they turned it into Gucci, because I think like gooch in the beginning sounded it sounded gross, right? Like a gooch. That's not like a gooch. But then you go like, it's Gucci, man. It's Gucci. And then you sound like you're going into some designer territory. So now when you think of gooch, you're like, it's Gucci. That's just my opinion, of course. I don't want anyone to think that, that's the way it is. Because I could be wrong, but I think I think Gucci changed the word gooch for their own profit.
Yep, dude. Hijacking names left and right.
Yeah. That's what Tim's should have done. Should have just called his brand the Gooch. The Gooch chips.
Or he could have hijacked Taint, and he could have been like, Little Taints chips. Little Taints Chip Factory.
Hell yeah.
I think that's just a fantastic name.
Tainted jalapeno.
Yeah, dude. Tainted jalapeno. Little Taints. If there's a rapper out there called Lil Taints, or Lil Taint, mad respect, bro. If not, and anybody wants to get into the chip game, I'll let you have the name. I'll let you have it. I'm cool with it, man. Don't need anything from you. If you do use it, just give us a little bit of a shout out, and maybe pay us, a few, pay us, maybe a few hundred, 1,000, just maybe.
Sponsor us. We lost Tim's.
Oh, we never had Tim's.
I feel like Tim's was warming up to us in the beginning.
You know what I'm really surprised about?
What?
How after talking to him, you got off the wagon.
Yeah, that name change. I couldn't accept that. If his name was Tim, that's one thing.
Yeah.
He was born with that name. He's naming his chip brand Tim's, right?
I got that.
But when you change your name like that to Tim,
Yeah.
trying to be like, okay, let me just blend in with the crowd. Let me just lie to you about my
Yeah.
chips. No.
Yeah, he was just the most bull. I'm surprised he even let that slip. But
Yeah.
I think we weren't being nice to him.
I tried in the beginning. I was trying with him.
Let me not loop you in. I was not being nice to Tim.
Yeah.
He takes his time out of his day. He's calling into the show. And I just wanted to be funny, dude.
That's okay.
I just wanted to be funny.
Also, let me just say, what gives him the right to call into this show and waste our time, Who knows what we could
Okay.
have been talking about, and then he interjects and has to come back. We've done this bit, right? This joke, and then he
Yeah.
has to come back again and be like, trying to interject himself into the conversation. It's
Yeah,
like,
he's trying to stay relevant, at the end of the day. I get it.
I guess so.
But, dude, you know how I was so right about how he didn't have any hair on his head?
Yeah, I know. I feel like he could have just left. He didn't have to go so into it, like saying there was like a ribbon around his hat. Like I didn't need to know this information. It was a little bit too much for me. I think it was overwhelming.
Yeah. And dude, just the voice in general, just outrageous.
I think he's lying about that voice. I think he wants us to think that that's like the Tim voice.
Oh, he's putting on a show.
Yeah.
Because we have so much viewership that he's kind of, he's got to kind of, he's got to show off a little bit.
Definitely.